Hello, this is Claude White, and this is the Pittsburgh Steelers Report. And obviously, I was dead wrong about the Steelers last night. And to be quite honest, I could not be happier to be wrong, I'm telling you. Pittsburgh with a huge, decisive 52-21 victory over the Carolina Panthers. And I was totally shocked. And I've been watching the Steelers a very long time. I go back to the Steel Curtain, Lynn Swann, John Stallworth, those guys. And let me tell you something. This is the best I've ever seen the Steelers play. When you look at the opponent, look at the time of the season, I'm looking at the totality, the offense, defense, and special teams. This is the very best I've ever seen the Pittsburgh Steelers play. And to be quite honest, this is also the best coaching job that Mike Tomlin has done when you consider what's going on with Le'Veon Bell, losing Ryan Shazier at the end of the season, knowing that he would not be there this season, and as poor as the defense started out the first 3 weeks, you have to give credit where credit is due. Mike Tomlin, in my opinion, if you want to say that Noel, because he's 4 for 4 in Super Bowls, is the best head coach in Steelers history, then Mike Tomlin is a very close second. Mike Tomlin has not had the luxury that Chuck Noll and those guys had. Now, he did in the beginning, because the Steeler defense was a great defense from, I will say, from about 05 to about when they lost to the Green Bay Packers. That team, that defense is one of the most underrated defenses in NFL history. And when you look back at the way the game is played now and the way the game was played then, let me tell you something. You look at Troy Polamalu, you look at guys like James Ferrier, Casey Hampton, even Ike Taylor. I know he dropped a lot of picks, but if he was able to hold on to a few of them, he would probably be in the Hall of Fame. Let me tell you something. Ike Taylor was a shutdown corner. He was a great player, and he gets the short end of the stick. But no one gets the shorter end than Casey Hampton, Aaron Smith, and those guys. Oh my God, Brett Kiesel as well. You got to put him there. Those guys anchored that defensive line, and so those linebackers can fly around and do what they needed to do. And that defense, let me tell you something. That's how they looked last night. That Steeler defense, this is the best I've seen the defense look since Casey Hampton and those guys quit. I mean, well, Casey was sort of forced out, and so was Troy Polamalu. But that's when the Steelers had great defense, and it's great right now. And I'm going to tell you what, the MVP of the season, a lot of people are going to give it to James Conner, and rightfully so. James Conner's been outstanding. Now he's in concussion protocol, and I think they're saying that Le'Veon Bell's coming back. I don't know. I think, to be honest, he's played his last game as a Steeler, but I digress. The MVP of this season is Cameron Hayward, and I'm going to tell you why. Now, sometimes you speak softly and carry a big stick. And we all know Cameron Hayward is not one of those talkative guys. He's not a guy who really, speaks out like that. But when he did speak out and said, listen, we're either going to buy in, we have to improve as a team. He didn't point the fingers at anybody. He looked in the damn mirror. He said, either we're going to sink or swim. We're going to buy into Keith Butler's defensive schemes, or we're not, and we're going to struggle. Boy, have the Steelers bought in. And I'm telling you also, Joe Hayden gets a lot of credit because every time Joe Hayden is back there, the backfield has been tremendous. Barnett has fit in very well. The rookie Edmonds has done his job. I have to give it to this Steeler defense. That's the most impressive part of this team. They are hitting the quarterback. I mean, they knocked Cam Newton around like Denver did in the Super Bowl. They were outstanding. And if the Steelers continue to play like this, then it looks like number 7 is right around the corner as long as these Steelers are staying healthy. And we know that is a tenuous thing in the NFL. I mean, let's face it, it is so much a war of attrition as well as a war of just having skill and execution. It has just as much to do with championships as anything. The Eagles are an aberration of last year, Nick Foles outplaying or playing with Tom Brady. He was not playing Brady, but an aberration. I mean, I can only remember Jeff Hostetler. There's only Doug Williams wasn't really a backup, even though he was a backup at that time. But there have only been 3, possibly, if you want to count Greasy winning the perfect season Dolphins Super Bowl, there's only been about 4 times where the backup quarterback has won Super Bowls. And we don't want that to happen. We want to try, just pray that we stay healthy and just keep the ball rolling. Right now, the Pittsburgh Steelers are just as much a favorite as any team in the NFL to be hoisting that sticky Lombardi. Please like and subscribe, ladies and gentlemen. This was the Pittsburgh Steelers Report. My name is Claude White. Please take care and God bless.